What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm gonna share some tips and tricks for your Google Volvo. So a Volvo with a Google infotainment system, because it's quite a smart system, but then you do need to know what it can do, of course. So I'm gonna share some voice commands with the Google Assistant, some little tricks you can do yourself in the infotainment screen, and finally also some things, real equipment on the car I tend to like and use a lot. So let's get started. Now, in case you are not aware that your Google Volvo can do this, you can say, "Hey Google," and then the voice assistant will kick in. But that means that you can ask Google to do certain things for you. So for example, the first one, "Hey Google, turn on heated seat."
Got it. Turning on the seat heater for the driver.
And as you can see over there, it is on. "Hey Google, turn off heated seat."
Sure. Turning off the seat heater for the driver.
And it's off again. So that's pretty useful, right? Now I made my own list with things I could think of and also want to try out. So I'm not sure if all work, but I do think that I probably also forgot a couple of things. So if you have any tips or tricks with the Google Assistant, put them down in the comments and well, inform all of us so we can also try it out. So let's continue. "Hey Google, increase the temperature."
Got it. Turning up the seat temperature for the driver by 1.
So that's interesting. It turned up the heated seat with 1. So that's interesting. "Hey Google, I'm cold."
Sorry, I can't control that in this car.
Oh. "Hey Google, turn on the heated seat."
Alright, turning on the seat heater for the
Alright,
driver.
I'll max now. "Hey Google, turn on the heated steering wheel."
Got it. Turning on the steering wheel heater.
Alright. "Hey Google, what's the temperature outside?"
Currently in Breda, it's 19 degrees.
Okay. "Hey Google, increase cabin climate." Oh no, not cabin.
Sorry,
"Hey
I didn't
Google,
understand.
increase cabin climate."
Sorry, I didn't understand.
"Hey Google, set fan speed to 3.
Alright, changing the fan speed to 3.
Ah, okay, so that's working. "Hey Google, set temperature to 18.
Sure, changing the temperature to 18 degrees.
Okay, so that worked, finally. "Hey Google, set temperature to 20.
Alright, changing the temperature to 20 degrees.
There we go, finally. Alright, "Hey Google, turn off heated seat."
Got it. Turning off the seat heater for the driver.
"Hey Google, set fan speed to 1.
Okay, changing the fan speed to 1.
"Hey Google, turn off AC."
Okay, turning off the AC.
Okay, that's pretty cool. "Hey Google, turn on front defroster."
Okay, turning on the defroster
All right.
for the front.
Oh, that's also working. Yeah, that's pretty funny, this. Okay, let's turn that off again. So I guess... "Hey Google, turn on rear defroster."
Alright, turning on the defroster for the back.
Nah, amazing. So there we go guys, that are some tips and tricks for the climate control. Now there are also other functionalities. So let's try, "Hey Google, how far can I still drive?"
You can drive for about 320 kilometers with the remaining charge.
Okay. "Hey Google, turn off one pedal drive."
Okay, turning off one pedal drive.
That's pretty useful, as I like one pedal drive a lot and always use it, but my partner does not. She doesn't like it. So then if I get in the car and I go off the brake, then I feel the car start rolling. So then it's pretty nice to have this functionality. But then I do gotta say that, for example, in Dutch, this turn on off one pedal drive does not work yet. So that's one of the typical examples that is a bit annoying. Then on the other hand, I could set this thing to the English language, which is fine by me, but then, well, explain to an English voice assistant that you need to be on het Centrale Plein station in Den Haag. Yes, exactly. So that will not work in English. You will not understand that. Then another one I like to use a lot is, "Hey Google, play Radio 3.
Alright, here's Radio 3 on your car radio.
So that's also pretty useful. Of course, then you do not need to look on the screen and you can just drive on and change music. You can also ask it in Spotify. Hey Google, play Nothing But Thieves on Spotify.
Alright, playing your Spotify playlist called Nothing But Thieves.
So it's also pretty much integrated into things like Spotify, TuneIn, and so on and so on. Hey Google, raise volume by 20%.
Okay.
Also works. Alright, so main conclusion over here. Google works with the climate controls, a lot of things, the heated steering wheel, the heated seat, sets volume, sets Spotify. Also interesting is that you can ask Google to navigate to work or to school or to whatsoever. If you have your Google account and you are logged into it on the system, then it will understand simply if you tell the system, hey Google, navigate to work, then it will start navigating to work in the Google Maps system. That's pretty useful. You can also ask Google things like, hey Google, navigate to Central Train Station.
Navigating to Breda Central Train Station.
So it's a pretty smart system in that regard. If you just tell it like, hey, navigate to this specific company, then it always will find the address and start navigating you there. So that's pretty useful. So there are a lot of things you can do with the Google Assistant, as you probably notice. I just fired all things on it. Some work, some do not yet. So fingers crossed they will implement updates and also make things more functional. Now you can activate it by just saying, hey Google, or by pressing the speech or speak button on the steering wheel on the right side over here. Now I gotta say that this system works really good, and I used to have an XC40 with the previous generation infotainment system. On that I always used the Apple CarPlay with the half screen. But nowadays, yeah, the Google system just works really nice. I have maps, I have Spotify, radio, voice control, voice assistant things. So yeah, it's really nice to just use this Google Assistant. Now, as I said already, let me know what suggestions or voice commands you have for us as well to share. I think I just touched on a very part, but these are also pretty much things I use most often. Now there are also some tips and tricks for you to do on the system. And the first one, for example, is, did you know you can swipe these tiles in two ways? So over here you get your applications, press that one and you get everything basically. But you can also swipe Google Maps, for example, to the right and quickly navigate to a diner, parking, coffee, whatnot. Same for Spotify. Play, next, favorite, shuffle, and so on and so on. If you want to change the application from Spotify to radio, for example, go that way and over there you see the radio. The Google Assistant also can be activated by this, TuneIn and Bluetooth media. Now for Apple CarPlay there's not this much. This is basically the phone tab, so it is or Apple CarPlay or the phone, as you can see, and over here down below the range assistant or car status. Now if you prefer to have a different setup, that's also possible. Press this little icon over here on the bottom left. You get all your applications, right? Over here you can also just change things up. But also if you feel like you want to delete something, press and hold and then go down below and over here you see uninstall. So let's just do that for the idea. And there we go. Do you want to install it? Uninstall it? Yes, I do. Uninstalling, and there you go. Now there are a few applications I want to recommend to you as well. The first one is Vivaldi Browser. That is basically an internet browser. Open it up and it has quite a good functionality to be honest. So for example, here in the Netherlands you can watch live public channels or TV channels, and that works. So currently I'm on it. Let's see if I press play, if it will start working. Yeah, so yeah, we can do a bit of gymming in the car whilst charging maybe. But yeah, let's add a tab and let's go to, I don't know, let's go to New York Times once more. Works pretty fast. Of course, this works on the LTE connection of the car itself. So that comes, I believe, on the car standard 3 or 4 years. So you kind of just get free internet on it. And as you can see, it works pretty well. Pretty cool, right? So I strongly recommend getting the Vivaldi browser. It's in the application store, in the Google Play Store. So down below here, Play Store, type in Vivaldi and then you can download it from the Play Store. It will be installed over here. Now also nice to have the Prime Video. You can also get that from the Play Store. And now standard with the over-the-air update 2.11, you also get the YouTube application on the car. And that of course is also very nice to have. Over here we see Mr. Björn with his video. But of course, top right, search. Let's see if we can find some of my own videos. And there we go. So if you want to see more about the Volvo C40 or my own or the EX30 and so on, check it out. So the YouTube app also highly recommended. Now these large screens tend to get quite a bit dusty and get all these fingerprints on it. Well, small tip for you, if you keep the home button pressed, then it will lock the screen for a little bit and you get the screen cleaning mode. Useful. Let's grab a little cloth. You get this one with your Volvo, so it's probably over there in the dashboard. But yeah, then you can clean it, there we go. And then keep it pressed and you return to the home. Now from time to time your screen or the infotainment system will crash or be a bit laggy. Now if you want to reset it manually by yourself, you can do so by pressing the home button for 20 seconds. First you will get the cleaning mode. Just keep it pressed for 20 seconds. You will hear a little notification and then the system is rebooting itself. And then finally there are also a couple of equipment things on this car I tend to like a lot and I think you should use also. So the first one is the home approach functionality, and what you do is basically put it in park and then you press the left stalk away. And I'm not sure, currently it's on high beam, but if I open up the door, so open up the door, we get this, then you press it away and you will get this guidance light activated. And that basically is that your front lights turn on for a minute. Another one I tend to like a lot is the automatic high beam setting on the car. So for the front lights, I have the pixel LED lights, so the very smart light. So then it's a joy to see the automatic high beam working. But yeah, it's over here. And then as you can see, currently it is on auto. And then you shift it up one and it folds back again into auto. But then over there you see automatic high beam is turned on. So it will do the heavy work for you basically with the high beam on, and when it sees lights coming to you from cars and whatnot, it will turn it off or it will adapt it like I have on the pixel LED. That is just really nice to have, and I highly recommend also if you are maybe doubting about the pixel LED to get them because they are really good. Finally, one I like a lot is the Volvo On-Call application, the app which you can control the car with. And then especially set the cabin climate up front before you need to depart. So you can set it to cooling or warming. Also when it is below 10 degrees Celsius, then it will also turn on the heated seat and steering wheel if you have that turned on in the settings. And I like it especially during the winter. If your car is covered in snow or ice, yeah, then it starts defrosting it. So that's super useful. Then you do not have that hassle around the car and outside in the cold and whatnot. So make sure you check out the Volvo On-Call application to see what functionalities your car has. So there we go guys, that is a bit of a spontaneous tips and tricks video because, well, there are many new subscribers on this channel. Many of you got the XC40 and C40 model year 24. Congratulations if you got one, it's very nice. But then, you know, I often get questions from you guys on this. So I figured let's make a bit of a spontaneous video. As I said already, let me know in the comments down below if you have any additions for the voice assistant or any functionalities on the car I forgot to mention or I should have mentioned. Yeah, let me know in the comments. As always, I thank you a lot for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 10,000 subscribers, so please subscribe, it helps me out a lot. Thank you so much. Stay tuned because this week a very exciting thing is happening, so stay tuned for that on the channel. Videos coming soon on it. But yeah, of course, I see you guys next week in a brand new video. Bye bye.